Yeah, man. YJ in the building. I'm about to do this breakdown, man. It's a breakdown, meaning and intent of this song, Mother I Sober. Now, when this album came out, the K. Dot Mr. Morale album, I was looking for certain things whenever it first did come out. And I think that's why this song slipped through the cracks for me. In which this song, man, the message is powerful. Uh, he talks a lot about generational curses. We're gonna actually break down. You're not gonna hear me play the hook really. You're gonna hear me. We're just gonna talk about the verses of this song, in which the hook it goes with the verses, but I really want to dive into the actual breakdown, the meaning and intent of this song, Mother I Sober. And I apologize that this even fell through the cracks. I maybe about a month ago is whenever I was listening to it, just with a more open ear. Because I think at times when people digest music, even myself, when I want to hear something and I don't hear it, I give it a bad rating. So we're going to start from scratch. Now, the first verse of this, he talks about sexual assault that his mom went through when he was a child, I think around the age of 5 or something like that. And the guilt of not intervening in situations when he's seen things with his mother. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And if you already heard the song, then you know what's going on right now. But if you haven't, I would like to be the one to bring this to your attention. That's why I'm making this video, man. YJ, I'm in here. I didn't do the whole hit the like button one time, hit the dislike button one time, share it if you want, keep watching if you want. If you don't, bye bye.
I'm sensitive, I feel everything, I feel everybody. One man standing on two words, heal everybody. Transformation, then reciprocation, karma must return. Heal myself, secrets that I hide, buried in these words. Death threats, ego must die, but I let it purge, pacify. Broken pieces of me, it was all a blur. Mother cried, put their hands on her. It was family ties, I heard it all. I should have grabbed a gun, but I was only 5, I still feel it weighing on my heart. My first tough decision in the shadows, clinging to my soul as my only critic. Where's my faith? Told you I was Christian, but just not today. I transformed, praying to the trees. God is taking shape. My mother's mother followed me for years in her afterlife, staring at me on back of some buses. I wake up at night, loved her dearly, traded in my tears for a Range Rover. Transformation, you ain't felt grief till you felt it sober.
Yeah, so that's how it starts off. Basically talking about some different dynamics about his family, and when it comes to him being sober, that's a repeated theme in this, because that's kind of the concept, is that all of these feelings and things that he was going through, he didn't turn to alcohol, drugs. And later on, he's going to tell you kind of what he did turn to cope, in which, everybody's coping mechanism when it comes to dealing with life is different. Some people do this, some people do that, some people, so he's going to definitely get into that. We're going to go into the next verse right here, man.
Anybody but myself.
I remember looking in the mirror, knowing I was was gifted, only child, me for 7 years, everything for Christmas, family ties. They accused my cousin, did he touch you, Kendrick? Never lied, but no one believed me when I said he didn't. Frozen moments, still holding on it. Hard to trust myself, I started rhyming. Coping mechanisms to lift up myself. Talked to my lawyer, told me not to be so hard on myself. He has an aura I hope to achieve. If I find some help, congratulations, made it to be famous. Still I feel uneasy, water watching, live my life in nature. Only thing believes me, spirit God, whisper in my ear, tell me that she sees me. Did he touch you? I said no again, still they didn't believe me. Mother's brother said he got revenge for my mother's face.
So right here, we really starting to get deep down into it. He says, black and blue, the image of a queen that I can't erase. Till this day, I can't look her in the eyes. Pain is taking over. Blame myself. You can never get. So it's like him, for what he's seen, to put this on a song, and all of what he said about them asking him if his cousin touched him. Like this is a hip hop artist. You can look at the numbers when it comes to black men and women who have been sexually abused, and it would tell you there's more than one rapper out here right now who has been abused as a kid. There's more than one. There's a plethora of them who have and who are coping in their own individual way. So one thing that I do want to say is to give grace to people. You know, I've even been down on, NBA young boy. Like, why is he doing it? Like, he's an idiot. Like, and that's the initial reaction. But when you look deeper into some of the psychotic generational curses that go on within black families, it will allow you to have grace for these certain things that are going on and for these certain behaviors. And the fact that Kendrick was able to actually put this down on wax, we've seen it a few times, but we don't see it often. Let's just say it. This is rare. So that's my take on it. I'm going to go back just a little bit and we're going to keep on going.
I said no again, still they didn't believe me. Mother's brother said he got revenge for my mother's face.
So yeah, his uncle basically got revenge for whatever his, the father was doing to the mother, or the man in her life at the time, whichever it was. He didn't specifically say, but yeah.
Black and blue, the image of my queen that I can't erase. Till this day, can't look her in the eyes. Pain is taking over. Blame myself. You never felt guilt till you felt it sober.
You never felt guilt till you felt it sober, and that's the thing. I just salute him for doing this. I'm about to go into the next verse, and as you've seen in that verse, the second verse, how he said they asked him if his cousin touched him. He said no. They didn't believe him. So his own family didn't believe him when he said that, and everybody thought that he did. And then later on in the verse, he comes back and he specifically, I think, said his mother asked him, and he said no again. And I'm not gonna go into if I think that it happened or whatnot, but what he said, for you to tell your family something and them not to believe you, I think that plays a part of what's going on in this whole situation. Let me go here. So it's verse 3.
I was never high, I was never drunk, never held my mind, I need control. They handed me some smoke, but still I declined. I did it sober, sitting with myself. I went through all emotions, no dependence, except for one. Let me bring you closer and time.
So he's telling you once again that he did it sober. I did it sober, sitting with myself. I went through emotions, no dependence except for one. Let me bring you closer. So he's about to tell you basically what he coped with, or what was his coping mechanism dealing with said trauma from here on.
Intoxicated, there's a lustful nature that I failed to mention. Insecurities that I project, sleeping with other women. Whitney's hurt.
He said insecurities that I project sleeping with other women. Then he says Whitney's hurt, and Whitney is his child's mother, which she's actually at the end of the song, she actually is speaking on this whole matter, basically saying thank you for breaking the generational curse. So the level of how powerful it is, it's like off the first listen, you know, if you skip the song because you didn't like the beat, you would never be at this point where you could understand what's going on. Or if you initially, when you heard the song come on, you like, oh, he ain't gonna be spitting no bar, you wouldn't even get to this point of understanding. So
Failed to mention insecurities that I project, sleeping with other women. Whitney's hurt, the pure soul I know. I found her in the kitchen, asking God, where did I lose myself? And can it be forgiven? Broke me down, she looked me in my eyes. Is there an addiction? I said no, but this time I lied. I knew that I can't fix it. Pure soul, even in her pain. Know she cared for me, gave me a number. Said she recommended some therapy. I asked my mama why she didn't believe me when I told her no. I never knew she was violated in Chicago. I'm sympathetic, told me that she feared it happened to me for my protection. Though it never happened, she wouldn't agree. Now,
and that's the crux of this whole thing. He asked her, why you didn't believe me? He said, told me that she feared it happened to me for my protection. Thought it never happened, she wouldn't agree. Now I'm affected. 20 years later, trauma has resurfaced. And now this is the part where it goes into a whole other breakdown of the situation, because it brings up the history of the generational curses within black families, man.
now I'm affected. 20 years later, trauma has resurfaced, amplified. As I write this song, I shiver cause I'm nervous. I was 5, questioning myself, long for many years. Nothing's wrong, just results on how them questions made me feel. I made it home, 7 years of tour, chasing manhood, but Whitney's gone. By the time you hear this song, she did all she could. All those women gave me superpowers. What I thought I lacked, I pray our children don't inherit me and feel inside a track of conversation not being addressed in black families. The devastation haunting generations and humanity. They raped our mothers, then they raped our sisters, then they made us watch, they made us rape each other. Psychotic torture between our lives, we ain't recovered. Still living as victims in the public eyes who pledge allegiance. Every other brother has been compromised. I know the secrets. Every other rapper sexually abused. I see them daily, burying their pain in chains and tattoos. So listen close before you start to pass judgment. Know how he move, learn how he cope. Whenever his uncle had to walk him from school, his anger grows deep in misogyny. This is post-traumatic. Black families and a side of me today is still active. So I set free myself from all the guilt that I thought I made. So I set free my mother, all the hurt that she titled shame. So I set free my cousin Chaotic for my mother's pain. I hope Hakeem made you proud, cause you ain't die in vain. So I set free the power of Whitney, may she heal us all. So I set free our children, make good karma, keep them with God. So I set free the hearts filled with hatred, keep our bodies sacred. As I set free all your abusers, this is transformation.
Wish I was somebody,
Man,
then
man,
myself.
good Lord. This is
I
all,
wish I was
and that's all I wanted. I don't even feel that last part needs a breakdown. It was so well crafted. There's something to be said for the artistry of writing and people understanding things fluently from the writing of what you're feeling, because that's a difference between how somebody can feel and what gets put down on the paper. The last part, I just want to play what the mother of his children has said. Whitney, which is her name.
You did it. I'm proud of you. You broke a generational curse. Say thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Morale.
Yeah, man. So that's basically what I all I wanted to show today. Um, Powerful song. That's all I got to say, man. YJ, I'm out.